Hello! Welcome back to Dead Meat. Boys, thank you for joining me. Last episode's Dead Meat was very fun. Very positive response. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you very much.
If you haven't seen that one, you can watch it after this one because this one's going to be even better.
Yeah.
James, what are we cooking with today?
SCP-5853, written by Jay Kilbam. Please check out more of his work. From what I've read from this, he writes some really cool stuff. This is definitely a little bit more spooky, scary than the last one we read, I think. And he does a great job of it. I know I promised that we would be doing other things other than SCPs, but I found our good friend Doplex is here this week.
Hello.
If you don't know nothing about Doplex, if you don't know him from a fucking hole in the wall, if you looked in that hole in the wall, the first thing you'd see is nostalgia stimming. This guy loves nostalgia. If the 90s was a guy, it'd be Dope. If the 90s was a guy, it would be Doplex's best friend that he like traps in his basement so he can always take a hit of it.
Yeah.
And sucks him off.
The name of this SCP is Ticky Taffy Town. Which I think it's meant to be like some kind of like amusement park thing, or like a TV, like the set of like a children's TV show or something.
Special containment procedures. All SCP-5853 products are subject to public recall. Supplies of SCP-5853 are to be contained in a standard containment unit at Secure Facility 64, Wing F. Any instances of SCP-5853 discovered being sold are to be immediately intercepted.
Interesting that it's been publicly recalled. So is this something that's been sold?
All episodes of SCP-5853 have... All episodes of SCP-5853-A have been removed from air and scans for further television broadcasts, and online video are to be performed with positive returns to be expunged from their respective platforms. Under no circumstances may any Foundation personnel that have children or are considering parenthood to be assigned to SCP-5853.
It's like when Family Guy was canceled.
So this is like...
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Exactly what I was
This is the episode where Brian dies. That's the whole SCP.
Yeah.
So it must be like super effective on kids, I guess. It's like an advertising SCP. It's like too powerful for the
Yeah,
the
so I
kiddos.
believe SCP-5853 is this taffy candy that you see here. We'll put the picture in. The unwrapped and illuminated.
Looks tasty.
It does. It looks fucking good. If I saw that when I was a kid, I would literally. It'd be one in every orifice, not just the mouth.
Yeah, dude, it's
everywhere.
like
that
a lit up Jolly Rancher on the
Yeah,
left.
like that looks insane.
That shit looks ethereal.
So that's the 5853. I believe it's like a tie-in with 5853A, which is like the children's show. I think it's like a
commercial or something.
I think it's it could be a commercial. I think it's some kind of show or like commercial for a place like Disney World or something where there's like a cast of characters. There's like, and your kid's like, oh, I love Ticky Taffy Larry. He's my favorite.
Ticky Taffy Tom.
Yeah.
Ticky Taffy Tom. Christmas Tom from Ticky
Christmas
Taffy
Tom.
Land. SCP-5853 are packaged taffy confections. Each package of SCP-5853 contains 2 candies, one blue. Why would you put a dash there? Like, what's wrong with you? Who raised you?
I do
bro?
that sometimes.
Who raised you? What's wrong with you?
It's just you want to mix it up. You don't want to have a color.
One blue, raspberry flavored, and one red, cherry flavored. While the blue candy has thus far shown no anomalous effects, any individual who consumes the red SCP-5853 after reciting the key phrase will be transported to an extra dimensional space.
Electric hedgehog power.
This space coincides with the features of Ticky Taffy Town, henceforth referred to as SCP-5853A, a 90s-era television program that advertised SCP-5853 prominently. The anomaly was...
So it was a show.
Yeah. The anomaly was brought to the attention of the Foundation by the way of the UIU, which I think is what girls get in their pussies when they don't want to get pregnant no more.
Yeah, they do be getting the UI.
It also look.
Yeah.
Also, UIU kind of looks like a penis if you had 2 really big balls,
Two
flanking
really
either side
long
of it,
balls.
like hanging down either
long
side.
oblong balls.
The anomaly was brought to the attention of the Foundation by the way of the UIU, who had become aware of an apparent correlation between disappearances of children and the airing of SCP-5853-A. SCP-5853 is theorized to be responsible for the disappearances of an estimated 3,500 children between the years of 1994 and 1999.
Damn.
Damn.
Them kids is
So
messing.
Jeffrey Epstein made
How did
this
they all know
candy.
the secret phrase? Yeah, Jeff Epstein is behind the
Yes.
candy. Who?
That's Ticky Taffy
Yeah.
Town. That honestly,
Taffy
Nobody
Island.
knows what
That's
that blue
probably-
and gold building is.
That's
but
probably what he. I was gonna say that's probably what he calls that
Yeah.
building.
Ticky Taffy
That's where
Town.
Yeah.
he'd probably tell kids, "Do you want
You
to
want to
come
go
to
to
Ticky Taffy
Ticky
Town?"
Taffy Town? We'll play
All right,
Ticky
Doblex.
Taffy Tack and the Power of Juju. Yeah, what am I
I'm gonna
reading?
ticky your taffy.
What is it?
All right, Doblex, you're gonna hit your first bar.
Okay. I read this box right here.
Yeah, SCP-5853 document file 1 discovery.
All right. SCP-5853, Document File 1, Discovery. Notable connections between child disappearances are as follows. 1. Parents of missing children have reported that their child was last seen within, or assumed to be heading into, a kitchen pantry. 2. Upon searching for missing children, the only evidence found in the vicinity were open Ticky Taffy wrappers. In all cases, the cherry-flavored portion was not present, leaving the blue raspberry portion. 3. The previously aired episode of SCP-5853-A had the appearance of a secondary character, Mr. Hister.
Mr.
4.
Hitler.
What are you?
He's like,
What are you doing here, Hitler?
it's a cool crossover episode. 4. In all cases in which the parent was nearby upon the disappearance of the child, music of the show's theme song could be heard. The anomaly was relinquished from the UIU to the Foundation following the disappearance of a UIU operative's child. Formal request for SCP designation was sent to administration with notable documentation contained henceforth.
What
Good job.
the fuck?
Thank you.
God damn.
So,
That
So
was-
they didn't do
Yes.
anything about it until one of their own kids got
well, no, they were
got
trying to do
snapped
something
into
about it, I
the-
guess, but they
No,
weren't
I'm
necessarily.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I guess they were treating it. What is it? What did it say the UIU was?
Unusual incidents.
so-
Unusual
Oh.
incident.
So it's a. I guess it's like an in-universe SCP division of the FBI.
Oh, okay.
So the X-Files.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they kind of are treating it like, I guess a normal case where it's like somebody's kidnapping these kids as soon as they eat candy. But obviously the real thing is that they're like it's like an interdimensional kidnapping by Bill Cosby and Jeffrey Epstein Power Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fusion. They fusion.
They
down.
handshake
like,
and they go into each other's art styles.
They go into each other.
Which is just one of them is black now, the other one's white now. Sadly,
They
Jeffrey
both
does
get
not take
egg-shaped
on the.
penises and milky eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It says at the beginning, like no SCP operatives who are even thinking of ever having children are allowed to work on this. So I wonder if there's a thing. We'll find out. But I wonder if it's either you eat the song and you eat the taffy and you sing the song, and then you fucking snap into back to reality.
Back to reality.
there goes
Yeah.
Or it's like once you start researching it, you like open your family
Up goes
members
Taffy.
up to. Like if you start looking into it, they receive some kind of like ability within their power class to be like, well, now I'm stealing your kid. Shouldn't have freaking looked for me.
Yoink.
The Ticky Taffy elite get a ping and they take the child.
Elite.
All right, here is a document file 2 SCP-5853-A character descriptions. I believe these are descriptions of the different characters from the TV show that the delightful SCP-5853 is based on. So, physical descriptions and characteristics of the 5 main characters, henceforth referred to as entities of SCP-5853-A. This is giving me very Five Nights at Freddy's vibes.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at SCP-5853-A-1. Mr. Squibbles.
It's Mr. Squibbles.
Five Nights at Squibbles.
You guys want to hear about Mr. Squibbles? Do you,
Yeah, tell us
do you want
about
to know what his whole
Squibby.
I want
fucking
to hear about
operation
Mr.
is?
Squibbles.
So he's a bipedal humanoid figure with the head of a plush octopus. Entity is approximately 3.2 meters in height. Okay, yes, that's fucking tall. And consistently wears khakis and a red sweater vest. That's awesome. That's also scary. What do you call them?
Khakis.
Khakis.
He said it like he said it like he wears.
Khakis.
I thought he said car keys.
Khakis.
Well,
So you fucking sound like. So this 18 feet tall freak with a head of a plush octopus takes the role of a father figure within SCP-5853-A, has a patient and benevolent manner, and often touts the episode's lesson. Okay. And
So he's like Elmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the Barney. He's you better not eat the
candy. Perhaps even Big Bird.
Don't smoke crack.
That's Mr. Squibble's famous quote.
He's joined by Mrs. Bobble.
Yeah, tell us about Mrs. Bobble.
Hello, Mrs.
She's a
Bobble.
female entity dressed in attire similar to that of a stereotypical clown with blue hair, white makeup, red nose, and an oversized multicolored blouse and cargo pants. Did I say that all right?
A friggin' lib, dude.
Yeah, I see people like that around Portland, Oregon every day.
Am I right?
Sounds like a typical bitch from Seattle.
Give us our city back.
That's what all of San Francisco's like.
Yeah.
Entity is often portrayed as a bringer of questions. It's an ominous way of saying you're curious about the world around you. To Mr. Squibbles concerning the day's lesson or theme. Okay, now there's Kizzywink. All right. Now they're a small entity, roughly 1 meter in height, that resembles a bipedal feline, so a walking cat. Possesses humanoid hands. That's freaky.
That is freaky.
That's actually really creepy. Just that alone is really an unnerving thought. And an oversized head in comparison to the size of the remainder of its body. Also creepy. They got the big head cheat on. Entity is often the perpetrator of the events that elicit the need for a daily lesson theme. Often benign but mischievous, the entity is the surrogate avatar for the young audience.
Oh, so this is like Swiper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Swiper, like Osama bin Laden, or any of the other characters from Dora the Explorer. Any of the other villains.
Kizzy, no bombing. Kizzy, no bombing.
Kizzy, no bombing.
How do you say?
Oh, man.
How do you say don't blow up the towers in Spanish?
No explosivo. I don't fucking know.
The towers.
You're the worst Mexican. Okay. They are joined by Franzipans, a small, round, plush-like avian entity, roughly 0.3 meters in both length
What's
and wingspan.
avian mean?
Like
bird.
Flying.
Okay.
Bird.
Birdisk.
Yeah.
I thought it was a plane, so I was kind of there.
Yeah, that's
You're close.
Yeah.
I think that is
Aviation,
the basis of it,
You know,
yeah.
it's
Right.
probably the Greek word or the Roman word for some
A
bullshit.
plane
Anyway.
with feathers.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Planes would be way
technically
cooler if
birds
they
were
had
here
feathers.
first. I
Yeah,
think.
technically planes. Well, yeah, that depends on what.
If you think
That depends on
Birds
what
were
government you
inspired
believe
by
in.
planes.
They were just rats before that.
God
And they're
saw
like,
a
whoa.
plane, and he's like, damn, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
Maybe
some
I should
mad
make something
scientist was
that.
like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, that
Stapled
depends on
some
if you
fucking
actually
wings.
believe the fucking birds are actual
Are
are
real.
real,
That's
dude. You
true.
fucking idiot.
Mm.
They're certainly
good
real
point.
here in Australia. I'll tell you that. They don't shut the fuck
Call me
up.
an idiot. I'm team birds are real.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah, libtard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this small
Wake up,
bird.
Call me a libtard, dude. All you want.
Wake up,
Yeah,
sheep.
looks like someone here's gotten the fucking vaccines.
Wake up,
The
pigeon.
entity has an anthropomorphic hammer in place of a beak.
Whoa.
What?
I can't wait. Is
That's
it like a
cool.
hammerhead? What the fuck that even mean? Do they mean just a hammer? Like they've got a big hammerhead? No, whatever. Let's move on. SCP-5853-A5, Mr. Hester. This is the one I'm interested in because when we did that Google search before, it was mostly describing this guy. So when we did that Google
seems
image
like
search,
he's pretty mean.
So his description is he's a 2.3 meters high, presumably male. That's pretty tall.
Look at how tall I am.
Humanoid entity.
Yeah, it's about as tall as James.
A 2.3 meters high, presumably male humanoid entity with a long golden yellow hooded robe. Entity uses tentacles that emerge from beneath its cloak as a means of transport. That's horrifying. Attempts to obtain facial descriptions have proven difficult due to the significant distorting effects it has on SCP-5853-A recordings when entering the video frame. Oh, that's cool. So it's like a Slender
fucks
Man
up the
kind
cameras.
Yeah.
Current attempts to describe its face note that it resembles a misshapen, tumorous human skull.
Ew.
That's not good. Personality-wise, while the entity is not depicted as hostile by the TV show, it is visually and verbally disturbing. I hope that was
Kinda like
verbally
Andrew.
disturbing enough for you. Oh, come on, man.
Sorry,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Nah, Andrew's visually and verbally delightful.
Delightful.
Yeah.
See, Andrew? Both of us thought of it at the same time, something must
Yeah,
be
so
true.
it must. Yeah, exactly. It's true. My question is, in this universe, why are they? You know, like if you made Dora today, like that shit would be banned from the airwaves in America because it's like you're trying to teach my kid Spanglish. What the fuck is this shit? But in this universe, they're like, yeah, every couple episodes, this guy that has octopus legs comes on the TV, and his voice sounds like if you smoked 20 cigarettes and then slit your throat, and he disturbs and corrupts the entire television, and it breaks and explodes. But this is a wholesome little show, and I love it for my little guy.
Unfortunately, yeah, I mean,
Don't you like that, Johnny?
Maybe it's like a union show, and that's like they have to have him on screen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the DEI.
Yeah.
Funky
Mr.
Fuck Down or
Hister,
whatever.
the DEI hire.
Yeah, let's go with that. SCP-5853, Document File 3, Criteria and Relevant Info. All episodes of SCP-5853-A that contain Mr. Hister typically start with hyper-colorized, pleasant lighting and tone, as consistent with that of children's programming. The main cast of entities besides Mr. Hister will act as normal throughout the first half of the episode while learning about the day's lesson. Teaching includes tying shoes, the importance of brushing teeth, locking doors, listening to your parents, and telling the truth. The mood is often bright, and after the episode's opening montage, the theme song continues to play along in the background. This is the theme song and background music prior to the entrance of Mr. Hister. Lyrics removed as potentially cognitio...
Cognition hazardous.
Nisho. Okay.
Show hazard? Yeah.
Yeah, lyrics removed as potentially.
I've never seen that word
Now
in my
I can't
life.
say anything. Lyrics removed as potentially cognitio hazardous. Why don't you hit these lyrics funny style while I play the music?
Yeah! It's Ticky Taffy Town time! X2! Octopus and clown time! Hammerbird and feline! No time to feel downtime! Yeah! Okay. Okay, it's childish Gambino, homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ.
That last part was not in there. That kind of reads like Fred Durst wrote that.
Yeah, it does.
It's Ticky Taffy time! Octopus and clown time!
Hammerbird
Hammerbird and feline!
No time to feel downtime.
Something very ominous about
It's Ticky Taffy Town time!
the rhyming the word time 7 times, and the only time you don't is feline.
Feline.
Yeah, that's
That's not the feline. I'll fuck your ass raw.
However,
when-
a fucking dick small.
It is interesting to note in those lyrics that Mr. Hister is not mentioned anywhere.
When Mr. Hister enters the scene, this is what happens. However, when Mr. Hister enters the frame, noticeable distortion appears. Distortions include, but are not limited to, dulled video quality, oversaturation of color, and substantially decreased contrast. Additionally, the usual upbeat background theme is transposed from C major Lonian to B Locrian. Any music nerds
the
out there?
fuck?
You're probably
the fuck does
screaming
it
right now.
Oh my god, they said Locrian! Yeah!
It's
Locrian!
It's a liminal space.
Not sure about this one.
It's Ticky Taffy Town time. It's Ticky Taffy Town time.
Children of the crown time.
Say
Red of flesh and death time.
I say what?
Dreamlands wait for all time. Dreamlands wait for all time.
It's Ticky Taffy Town time.
Yeah.
It's Ticky Taffy Town.
When on screen, the subject matter changes quite drastically as Mr. Hister offers stark nihilistic messages about reality, existence, death, and time. The rest of the cast will show signs of distress at the content of Mr. Hister's speech, and will attempt to offer positive counter-arguments, but these are inevitably refuted by Mr. Hister. Some of note are as follows.
To exist is such a holy endeavor that the gods find it impossible. I met God the other day. I stared at him, and he stared back. I cried, and he cried. I laughed, and he laughed. When I went to embrace him, my hands could not pass through the mirror. Flesh is not the truth. Your parents will soon die, and so will you. Days have become weeks, and weeks have become moments, seconds long, decades apart. Time is ebbing, flowing, undulating, as a worm through the dirt, moving towards the beak of a bird. For a long time it has only been the ever infinite now. I feel nothing but the nothingness. You may not believe in the slaughter, but the slaughter believes in you! Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
That's Mr. Hister walking off camera.
Yeah. Collecting his paycheck.
Upon departing the scene, Mr. Hister will remark,
I shall now be departing to the land of the right, with the truth of red to be my might.
he's just fucking a
So
conservative.
he's a Republican.
Yeah.
Make America
red wave,
great.
baby, red wave.
As it enters the large dresser with the words Mr. Squibble's treasure chest written on the top. Following Mr. Hister, fucking God, that is a brutal name to read. Following Mr. Hister's departure, the episode will continue as if Mr. Hister had never visited. None of the main characters will mention the previous conversations or events. It is believed that Mr. Hister's closing remark may have some role to play in the disappearance of the children. See addendum SCP-5853A, B. Alright, so we're moving on to our first testing log. This is where we have
love
little
testing
dialogue
logs.
and stuff.
I love Testes logs.
Alright, so this is, the date is
Oh.
January 4th, the year 2000.
Okay.
Lead researcher, Frank Monroe. Junior researchers, Tracy Klaus, Morgan Eskew. Ethics Committee consultant, Jennifer Lamb. Security agent, Alexei Bekelev. D-Class, D643980. Important description for people who don't know SCP. D-Class are like prisoners and crackheads and like, you know, unsightly people of society that the SCP Foundation like basically kidnaps. Usually they don't have like any family or friends or anyone that really cares for them, and they basically kidnap them and force them to do things, whether it be like interact with SCPs or like, you know, we'll see what happens to this guy, but like eat things, test things, fight things. They're basically just like cannon fodder with no like
lab rats.
They're basically deleted from like normal reality, and now they're just like little lab rats with no one to care for them, and they just have to do whatever they're told.
And that's what we should do with all the homeless in California. We should fucking make them look
Amen,
at
brother.
SCPs.
Yeah.
Send them to Ticky Taffy Land.
Skid Row's an SCP. Site 64 observation room, OBR 6 audiovisual transcription.
Forward. D643980 is to be restrained to a detainment chair situated in front of a television set in the middle of the observation room. SCP-5853 OBR. D-Class is to be monitored using standard medical equipment. Junior researcher is to scan infrared, ultraviolet, and other frequency wavelengths of audiovisual data for anomalous, cognitohazardous, or mimetic activity. Ethics Committee consultant is to sit in on the test. Lead researcher is to signal to begin the test.
Lead researcher Frank Monroe, commencing with test SCP-58531. We are using SCP-5853A, Episode 3, Season 1. The first appearance of Mr. Hister.
Vital steady. Everything normal.
What do you freaks have for me this week?
SCP-5853A episode begins.
What the shit is this?
Please, D-Class, just watch the show.
As the show opens, D-Class begins watching more intently, while initially a cognitohazard is suspected. Scans from junior researcher Morgan Eskew reveal no anomalous influence.
Morgan, everything looking good on the additive levels?
All good, sir. A small increase in whom? Nothing but indeterminacy can't shrug off.
Say, Doc, I assume there's some Doc watching all this. Why this show?
Heart rate increasing, as well as perspiration.
D-Class, we are investigating a new anomaly. That's all you need to know.
It's just, I got some memories with this show. My younger brother, he used to watch the show all the time until he disappeared. I miss him.
You turn that dang thing off.
Do you realize?
Do you
If you
realize?
repeat the phrase, you
Mr.
could end
Hister's
up in
trying to
Ticky Taffy
manipulate
Land.
Upon hearing this, Jennifer Lamb is visibly shaken. Dr. Monroe, Mrs. Lamb, and researcher Askew all look at one another.
Mrs. Lamb?
Give me a minute.
Mrs. Lamb, do we proceed with this D-Class?
Give me a moment. I want to know what this is. How the hell this wasn't vetted.
I'm sorry about this, but I have no idea how this was missed. Morgan, any change in Hume or Hazard?
It's the same as before. There's been no change.
Lamb, do we proceed?
I'm thinking, damn it.
Mr. Hister makes its appearance on screen.
Lamb?
Proceed. I'll take the hit if anything comes of it.
Man, I don't remember the show getting this dark. Jeremy watched this shit?
But this
want
shit
this
is so
shit?
trash.
That's
Brother
Bob.
had terrible taste.
That's
Maybe
Bob
he should
Chandler
be
walking
dead.
in on Chris, singing from his TV. Thank you. You make the calls. I can't.
Well, it is my job.
All right, let's focus on the test.
The show continues. Mr. Hister departs, and the show has its closing song. Credits roll, and the show ends.
Well, that was fucking weird.
D-Class, are you ready to proceed to the next part of the test?
I mean, I don't have a choice, do I?
Not really. Just trying to be cordial.
Yeah, all these straps. Real cordial.
Agent Bekelev, please undo torso restraints on the D-Class.
Copy.
I like that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Agent Bekelev proceeds to unlatch the leather restraints on D-Class. Researcher Klaus removes the monitoring equipment and attaches a mic, earpiece, receiver, and shoulder camera mount.
Fancy toys. This must cost a fortune.
Spared no expense.
Agent Bekelev, please remove shackles and hand restraints. Upon removal, you are authorized to terminate the D-Class should he fail to register any command within 5 seconds. D-Class, do you understand?
Agent Bekelev readies his firearm by engaging the slide.
Copy, sir.
Yeah.
Agent Bekelev, please hand D-Class the SCP-5853 package.
Copy.
He's like a Pokemon. That's all he knows how to say.
He's got one line and he knows it.
Yeah.
Agent Bekelev puts the package of SCP-5853 into D-Class's hands.
Oh shit. I haven't seen these in years. They're like a novelty now, huh? I always liked the raspberry. Jeremy always took the cherry.
D-Class, on the back of the box you will find a phrase taped to it. Please eat a red piece and the red piece only, then say the phrase.
What kind of weird ass...
5 seconds, D-Class. Bekelev.
Okay. Jeez.
D-Class consumes the red SCP-5853 candy and recites the key phrase.
Oh, flesh is not the truth.
That's so true, Christian. That's so true.
Watching
so
Chris
true.
in his head like
That's when he decided to be trans.
His eyes turn red.
Flesh is not the truth.
Flesh is not the truth.
Sir, Hume levels are now rising. I think we're in.
Perfect. D-Class, please sit down and report anything strange.
Okay. No. Nothing. Wait. What?
Video feed from D-Class's camera distorts, and the theme song of SCP-5853-A can be heard. D-Class disappears from the observation area.
Hume levels returning to baseline. Switching to D-Class audio-visual.
D-Class. Come in, D-Class. Can you hear me?
SCP-5853 File 6 Testing Log -1-2. So I think D-Class has been He's the first adult ever abducted by the Cosby Epstein Power Hour. He's now at Tinky's
I don't
Fun
want
Town.
this.
Can't get this
I didn't
fucking
order this,
thing out
send
of
it
here.
back.
Send it back.
Waiter.
D-Class's video feed is completely black except for one single stream of light splitting down the center field of view. D-Class's audio shows slight signs of static and distortion, but remains intelligible.
Yes, copy. I mean, fuck. Shit, where'd you send me? Where am I?
Video feed from D-Class shows that he attempts to turn around and return, but he is met with blackness and an audible thud.
We don't know. That's why you're there. Move forward, please.
Well, I don't have anyone pointing a gun at my head anymore, so I ain't doing shit. I'll just stay here until you come and get me.
That's the most
That's a pretty-
Christian.
Yeah,
that is a
that's a
very good
Yeah.
song.
No.
He like rolls into his ball like he did at the fucking BronyCon or whatever.
If we get you, D-Class, you will be terminated. Just do what we say and things will be fine.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, fine. I'm moving forward. There's this door. It seems like I'm in some kind of big closet.
Please exit if you can.
D-Class pushes open the doors and falls out. The shoulder camera spins as D-Class stumbles, revealing Mr. Squibble's treasure chest.
Jesus!
D-Class stands up. The video feed shows the rest of the room. The theme song of the show continues in a loop in the background. The room is an exact replica of the SCP-5853 set. However, locations that aren't shown during the airing of episodes or otherwise remain unseen to the general audience are filled with blank white backdrop. The sound of a door opening can be heard. The cast of the show walk through the front. Franzipans is skipping and speaking indistinctly. D-Class returns to hide in Mr. Squibble's treasure chest.
D-Class, please extend the camera out so that we can see.
D-Class opens the chest's door slightly and points the camera outwards.
Yes, what a day. We sure did learn a thing or two.
Wouldn't it be another wonderful, waggy, ticky taffy day if we didn't?
This is awesome. Franzipan flies around the room and bumps Mr. Squibbles in the head.
My tentacles. Cut that out, you two. We only have a bit longer before the town meeting.
Oh boy, I hope someone brought some good ones.
It's really good. I'm sure they will be great, just like all the others. I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Ah, as always, I don't think we got any yet.
Oh, yes. Usually we would see them by now.
Franzipan flies toward the camera. D-Class pulls the camera back inside. D-Class's breathing is fast and labored.
Can't forget the check! The check!
Mr. Squibbles opens the doors and looks down at D-Class.
Oh, what a pleasure. Hello there, little boy. Welcome to Ticky Taffy Town. I am Mr. Squibbles.
Ew, why is this one so loud and so big?
Jeffrey Epstein be like,
Oh. Little boy, it is all right. Mr. Squibbles doesn't mean to cause you fright.
D-Class stops screaming. The camera feed is noticeably shaky.
Sir, what do you want me to do?
Both Mr. Squibbles and Dr. Monroe reply simultaneously.
Just
Engage
have
with
a seat
entities
and
while we
calm
form an
down.
extraction
Come
plan.
join us for the engagement in town.
Engage!
Both Kizzywink and Monroe reply.
We will be sending a team in shortly for extraction. Remain calm. Retreat only if absolutely vital.
Fuck. Okay.
Suddenly, Mrs. Bobble loses all its color and turns a glowing red.
What did you just say, young man?
Oh, he cussed.
He swore.
The camera feed starts warping and video quality drops substantially.
I'm sorry. I was scared.
Mrs. Bobble, do calm down. If the boy was scared, he's allowed to express himself. However, young sir, do find better language to do so, if you would please. It's not good to make Mrs. Bobble upset, lest you fail her righteous test. Do you understand?
D-Class, do not in any circumstances anger the entities. It may mean the difference between life and death.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, kid? Why are you so big?
D-Class, I have a hunch.
My name is Davy, and I have a growth disorder. My bones are really big, you see.
Of course. He's got large bone.
Hey.
Remarkable. Well, David, we must be off to the town meeting. You'll join us as our esteemed guest.
D-Class, please proceed. We need to see the extent of the anomalous area.
Sounds great.
D-Class's camera feed is led outside the front door of the domicile. D-Class turns the camera around to show that on the front door there's an address number that reads Season 1, Episode 3.
That's very interesting. Hey, Askew.
He's like slightly tilted to the left. Yes, Doctor?
Constantly slightly off. Not on frame.
You might not be able to hear that in the voice, but that's what I'm doing. Yes, Doctor.
Sorry, it really got me. Ooh, okay. Can you bring me the list of all the episodes of SCP-5853A that feature Mr. Hister?
Oh, yes. I see.
Outside the house, the surrounding area is made up of the miniature town that is only seen briefly in the opening sequence of the show. All structures, buildings, and roads are made and stylized exactly as the miniature set pieces would be. However, are to full scale. Past what could only be seen in the immediate areas in the opening sequence, the larger space drops off to the same vacant white backdrop as to what was seen in the SCP-5853A house. Scattered throughout this large expanse is other copies of the town, each with their own SCP-5853A house. The towns have no regard for placement, some being located overhead or below across the vast whiteness. A long pathway leading from each house converges to a single location in the distance. This location is that of a small town square, containing a cobblestone roundabout and a large fountain in the center. D-Class's camera is rolled around as the group walks.
D-Class? Wait. Point your shoulder up to the diagonal right. About half a turn. And then at 1 o'clock.
This would be me and Chris Chan after she said that shit.
Huh?
Very confusing.
Jen, what do you see? D-Class, please follow that request.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, now, Dave, don't sound so down. Can't be blue when you're with this clown.
Franzipan then flies into Mr. Squibble's head.
My tentacles.
All entities burst out laughing. D-Class nervously chuckles. D-Class's camera feed pans up and to the right.
Monroe, see that? Huh? Askew, zoom in.
D-Class's camera feed zooms in on one of the long roads in the distance. There are other versions of the cast walking down their respective roads as well.
D-Class, please turn your camera view so that we can see some other roads out there. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I can. But I gotta stay quiet.
Kizzy Wink turns to D-Class.
Yeah, don't be quiet. Start a riot. You're stuck in now. Might as well try it.
Good point, D-Class. Just try to point your camera at the other pathways in the distance.
D-Class raises a thumbs up into the camera feed.
Here it is, Dr. Monroe. Thank you, Askew.
There. Oh, God. There's a kid with each group. I've counted 3 so far.
D-Class's camera feed shows that small children are walking with each of the groups of the cast.
D-Class, please, if you can, aim your camera at one of the entities' homes that are in the towns floating around you.
The way you read that, it sounded exactly like in like a video game on like an opening mission where they're like trying to teach you something. If you can, aim your camera up and to the left and press
Use the
B.
right stick. Use the right stick to look
pillar of
around.
order.
Use the right stick. Yeah, exactly.
We just got to calibrate your vision. They have some like in-world shit.
Chief,
like,
you've been in stasis
Yeah,
for
also-
too long. We need to see if your
Yeah.
dick
Yeah,
works.
yeah, exactly.
press A to get hard.
Oh, camera feed from D-Class shows him hold up a quick middle finger before the motion of the camera is aimed at a distant entity house.
Askew, zoom further. Can you make out the number on the door?
Barely!
Oh man, it reads Sierra Oscar 3 Echo 13.
Okay, so Season 3, Episode 13 is on the list of episodes featuring Mr. Hister.
How many seasons was this show on?
5.
And how many episodes in each season?
27.
So, exactly how many episodes are stealing children?
We've counted 30, 31 episodes with Mr. SCP-5853-85.
Jesus. With reruns, VHS sales, the crazy internet showing everything now, how many children? Hundreds? Thousands?
We gotta know how to properly contain this thing then.
Alright, male to female.
Send in the trans.
Send them in. Fucking send them in. The one thing that all SCPs are terrified of, the trans agenda.
The trans.
Yeah.
The big
ham,
trans.
the hams agenda.
Alright, MTF it is. I'll submit the request.
You'll need my endorsement, which I am not willing to give.
Huh?
I'm sorry, but we can't send countless MTF ops.
MTF post-ops.
Bro's giggling like fucking Beavis and Butthead, trying not to say. Trying not to
Not trying not to giggle every time I read it.
I'm sorry, but we can't send countless MTF ops into some place we know absolutely nothing about. That could just end up as needless loss of life.
Jen!
I hate this as much as you do, but we're in no position to do anything right now outside of pulling this from the public and containing it. For all we know, the children are already dead.
So what do we do with the D-Class?
We gather as much information as we can now, and then try to get him the hell out later.
Hey guys, we're here.
Camera feed pans up as researcher askew zooms the camera back out to bring the panorama function online. The entire cast of entities from each episode have gathered at the fountain. Over 100 entities and over 200 children can be seen. D-Class and his respective entities are located immediately at the fountain's edge with children and other entities crowding around. Most of the children are in a state of petrified fear, while others look sleep-deprived. Most are crying. The entities converse amongst themselves in a strange, unknown language. As the last of the groups make their way to the area, the continual background theme stops.
To the citizen with the bread of my flesh to offer.
From a point in the white, 15 meters above the fountain, a large 3x2 meter mirror-like rectangle appears. The rectangle starts spinning until the blur of its motion creates a black void, out of which Mr. Hister emerges. The mirror behind Mr. Hister slows down to a stop. Its reflective surface expels a continuous stream of white light. From the white backdrop surrounding the space, hundreds of dark humanoid entities materialize, each motionless, suspended upside down in the air. Each humanoid entity the size of a child.
D-Class, focus in on Mr. Hister. Do not interact unless advised.
Just get me out of here, okay?
We'll do our best.
Mr. Hister speaks. When it speaks, the suspended figures twitch and shake.
Hello, my children. How is everyone today?
The crowd of Ticky Taffy Town entities cheer and jump.
That's so good to hear. My children, it is time to tell Mr. Hister what lesson you learned today.
Tiffy Taffy Town entities continue cheering.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a sinner by the toe.
Mr. Hister points long, slender, bony... Mr. Pister points... Mr.
Pister.
Mr. Hister points his long, slendy, bony finger at one of the children's opposite D-Class on the other side of the fountain.
Yes, you, my child. What is your name?
The child is a female with blonde hair, approximately 4 to 6 years of age. She appears disturbed.
My child, do I frighten you? Don't you remember Mr. Hister?
This doesn't look good.
Just observe, D-Class. It's all we can do for right now.
I mean, to be fair, that is literally what he's doing. I mean, he gave you an observation.
That is true.
Right.
I mean, fucking shut up, Frank.
Come on, yeah, shut the fuck up,
He's
Frank.
trying, man.
Idiot.
My name is Bethany.
Well, Bethany, why don't you come up here and tell Mr. Hister what lesson you learned today?
One of Mr. Hister's many tentacles extend from beneath its robe and picks up the child. The child screams. As she does, the other children are seen Oh my god!
Jesus
That was a
Christ.
really good Five Nights at Freddy jump scare
That was a good
impersonation.
That's exactly
I don't even know
like
if you meant to do that, but that was good.
I did it.
That's crazy. As she does, the other children are seen trying to run away, but all are intercepted by a Ticky Taffy Town entity.
Oh, Bethany, do not cry. Have no fear. Just tell Mr. Hister what he wants to hear. Did you learn your lesson today?
Yes. Yes, I did, sir.
What was the lesson? Say it so all the other children can hear.
Today I learned from Mr. Squibbles that it is, important to tie your shoes in a special way so they don't, come loose all day.
That's my boy.
The cheer of a Mr. Squibbles entity can be heard from somewhere in the crowd.
Just one guy. Like,
Yeah, that's me!
Oh, Bethany, that is so good and so smart of you. Your prize is to pass through the mirror and into the dreamlands.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Dreamland!
Mr. Hister's tentacle throws the child into the mirror behind it. The child cries or cut off as her body crosses the threshold. The mirrored surface increases in luminosity. This causes more children to try to run. The Ticky Taffy Town entities again restrain those who attempt to flee.
Jesus.
Who is next? How about you, friend?
Mr. Hister uses his tentacles to acquire a young male child with brown hair and glasses, approximately 7 to 9 years of age.
Hello, my child. What is your name?
Tommy Mathis.
Ah, Tommy! You look like such a smart boy with your glasses. Can you tell, Mr. Hister, did you learn your lesson today? Take your time, Tommy.
I remember today you told us that you met, God the other day. You stared at him, and he stared back. You cried, and he cried too. You laughed, and he did too. You went to hug him, but your hands could not, pass through the mirror.
Ah, what a smart boy you are, and so rare. Not for this world.
Mr. Hister sighs as the child he was holding vanishes. Mr. Hister then turns to the other children.
I do like when that happens. Who's next? How about you?
Mr. Hister grabs another child, male, black hair, 5 to 7 years of age.
And what is your name, young man? Don't be afraid, I just want to know your name.
Just switch it up. Just be like,
Oh my god.
I'm Tyrone.
I Tyrone. Please.
Well, Tyrone, can you tell Mr. Hister what lesson you learned today?
I didn't pay attention. I don't know.
You didn't learn anything, Tyrone?
No.
Well then, Tyrone, you are now going to learn your lesson.
Mr. Hister holds the child over the fountain and begins to flay them, starting with the legs.
oh my
Small
God.
chunks of flesh are removed by the tentacles serrated suckers while the child screams in pain. The child can be seen and heard screaming. Blood and flesh fall into the fountain, causing the water to run red. As Mr. Hister works his way up to the child's body, it tears away pieces of skin and flesh and tosses them into the fountain. The Ticky Taffy Town entities surrounding the fountain rush in and begin to devour the pieces. This causes the remaining children to attempt to escape. Video feed from the D-Class shows that he also attempts to flee. All around, the tentacles of Mr. Hister start to grab children at a much faster rate. Skipping the previous introductions and going straight to asking each child what lesson they learned. The many voices comprising Mr. Hister's speech ask multiple children at the same time. As each answered, they all met the fate of the previous children based on their responses. See Addendum SCP-5853-3.
Fuck. What do I do?
Try to find shelter of some sort. Anywhere.
In their panic, some of the children are run over or pushed off the side of the floating precipice of the town center. Their bodies immediately lifted into the air to become a part of the floating figures above Mr. Hister. D-Class's screams are heard as the video feed is pulled rapidly upwards. As D-Class is above the fountain, dozens of children's bodies can be seen, dismembered, skinned, quartered, and partially, if not almost completely eaten. The Ticky Taffy Town entities gnaw and tear at pieces of flesh as they wade through the fountain, which is now filled with blood, bone, and viscera. Mr. Hister turns to D-Class.
Well, hello there. You're quite the hefty child, aren't you? No matter. Pray tell, what have you learned today?
My name is Dave. Dave.
And Mr. Trenton, what did you learn today?
You know his last name.
How do I respond?
Season 1, episode 3. The lesson there was...
What was that, my friend?
I remember, on my way here, I was told by Mr. Scribbles, don't make Mrs. Bobble upset lest you fail his hideous test.
Oh, my dear child. So close. You should know the consequences of your actions. You are to exist for all stars amongst your brothers.
Wait, no!
Mr. Hister makes an unseen injury on D-Class and then lifts them to the sky with the other suspended humanoid figures. Video feed from D-Class shows that a young boy of 9 to 11 years of age is suspended upside down along with D-Class, who is also upside down. The child is unrecognizable except for identifying clothing. The skin and muscles show years of decay and dehydration.
Jeremy, is that you? Oh, Jeremy, oh no. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, it's for real.
Oh, it's his brother.
Yeah.
So that means that Mr. Hister, and he said his last name, Mr. Hister knows.
Yeah, that's how he knew.
Mr. Hister knows,
God.
Mr. Hister, knows everybody on the earth or some shit.
Yeah, he's God.
No, please wake up. No, Jeremy, can you hear me, Jeremy, please?
Later investigation shows that the clothing belonged to that of a Jeremy Trenton, who was reported missing to the FBI and later UIU under strange circumstances.
Oh, Jeremy.
D-Class.
1 minute of silence.
D643980.
1 minute of silence.
D643980. Please, show sign of life.
For 3 days, the camera feed from D-Class can be seen, suspended upside down next to the body. A continuous stream of red fluid, presumed to be blood, flows constantly over the camera lens. The volume of blood seen passing the shoulder cam of D-Class throughout the 3 days is in excess of 18 times the amount of blood found in the human body. The feed is terminated 3 days later.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Did Frank say that after 3 days?
Just randomly. He's at the grocery store, picking out some eggs. And
Just like,
Damn,
sorry, Dave. That sucks.
He's like, oh yeah,
Whoopsie,
I forgot about that.
Sorry.
That do
Dave.
suck though. That was fucked
That
up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that would be
Do
a pretty
our
bad way to go
sweet
out.
Chris Chan
That
like
was fucking,
Yeah.
that's wild, yeah.
What a gag.
Addendum, SCP-5853-A-A.
In regards to SCP-5853, it is to be noted that UIU Agent Mathis's son Thomas was returned to his personal household kitchen pantry. Contact was made at 3 a.m. PST on the 1st of the 8th, 2000.
Yeah, so he was, I think that's 5 days after. Oh wait, Thomas was the one that
that's
Andrew
January.
did.
Oh yeah, I was Tommy.
Oh
yeah.
And he said you're too smart for this world or something, and he deleted him, but he went back.
He can't. Yeah. But
Oh.
only if you heed the lessons of Mr. Hister.
Wait, so
Yeah,
why
he
didn't
paid
the other
attention
girl
in
go back? She
class.
did a good job.
No, she remembered the lesson from the show, but not Mr. Hister's lesson.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, okay, you get to go to fucking mirror hell."
Yeah, you go to mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
And all the
go
stupid
to
kids
Bed
get-
Bath and Beyond.
This is basically just eugenics. If you do a good job, you get to live. If you do an okay job and show some promise, we send you to mirror hell. If you're stupid, you get flayed and eaten by a bunch of birds and cats.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Addendum, SCP-5853-A-B.
Regarding SCP-5853 and latter D-Class explorational logs, full understanding of these parameters for any future explorations into/experiments involving SCP-5853-A are necessary. Note that these findings were made from extensive viewing of the recorded evidence of a single D-Class exploration log and may be inaccurate. If the SCP-5853-A child answers with a lesson from the aired SCP-5853-A episode, they are passed through the mirror. If the child answers with a lesson from being in the extra-dimensional space, they are left to hang with the other suspended entities.
So that's what happened to Chris. Or, not Chris, fucking Dave.
Dave Glass.
Chris.
If the child answers that they don't remember what they learned, didn't pay attention, didn't learn anything, or lie, this can also mean giving lessons from an episode other than which episode the child viewed. The child is in variable ways tortured, killed, and consumed. Oh, that's nice. If the child answers with a repetition or summation of the phrase Mr. Hister says in the episode, the child will disappear to be transported back to the kitchen pantry from which they left. See the example we just read out. Bitch.
Addendum SCP-5853-A-C. Formatted document contents. Further investigations into production staff and actors turned up no leads. Analysis of SCP-5853-A's closing credits revealed that instead of staffer names, the credits consisted of a continually growing list of names. Cross-examination into both Foundation and UIU records show that all known names of children who have been reported missing due to what is believed to be SCP-5853-A's effects are listed in the credits. Cross-referencing of the credits against known missing children shows that only 17% of children listed are known to the Foundation and UIU.
Damn.
And that is SCP-5853.
That was really good.
I like that one. That was cool.
I liked that one
that
a
was
lot.
cool.
That was really fucking cool.
freaky.
Snowflakes, would you eat the candy?
I'd eat the candy. I want to go see what's up in there.
I guess it doesn't need it, but I do
not.
wish they kind of elaborated on the candy thing a bit more because that wasn't really explained ever.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like,
does it tie into the? Do they show it in the TV show a lot, or like who you know?
Yeah, that's what they said. It's like very prevalently advertised in all of their
Advertised.
episodes, especially
Yeah.
episodes with Mr. Hister.
yeah, I would like to know more about like the mirror and shit. Like, where does that go? What happens over there?
Doesn't the mirror take you to like the Dreamland place or whatever? It's like the. It's like.
But what
you
is
go
the
to the
Dreamland?
town.
Yeah, like what's
Yeah.
going on over there?
Well,
Is that
no,
good? Is that
you
bad?
go from the town through the mirror, so you don't. You're not You go to the town by eating the candy.
Right.
But
Yeah,
we
I
don't
knew
know
that.
what
I
happened to
thought-
the bitch that got thrown into mirror.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought for some reason that going through the mirror took you to like the real version of the Ticky Taffy Town, where it was like, this is where the real cool shit happens. The other one,
Yeah.
that's just kind of a fake one.
Welcome to Detroit.
That's just through the mirror.
Welcome to Detroit.
Just kills himself.
Don't send me
the
there.
agent just immediately pulls a pistol out and shoots himself in the head.
Yeah.
Commit suicide.
just in
I'm not going to
completely
goddamn
normal,
Detroit.
not corrupted Detroit. Agent, it appears you're back in the real plane, but you appear to be in Detroit, Michigan.
We can't
Agent-
extract you for at least 2
Agent-
weeks.
That was great. That was a really good one, James. Good
Yeah,
choice.
no, this
was
was a
really
solid
good.
one. I like
Thanks.
this one.
Hey,
Thanks
shout
for
out Jay
watching.
Killbam. Other than like, spelling, I don't, we don't even know if English is his first language. If it is, no insult. But besides the spelling stuff, this is a fantastic.
That was
Like
a
that could
very,
be
very funny.
I'd read that book.
I'd watch
Yeah,
that.
You know,
was
if that
fun.
was expanded into like a novel, I'd read that shit. That's fucking. That's like
I want to know more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that kind of reminded me of like Goosebumps. Like that
Yeah,
could have been a
it did
Goosebumps
Yeah.
book, like
Yeah.
when I was in like
It did have a
elementary school.
Goosebumps vibe.
Thanks so much for the reception on the first episode. If you're on YouTube, a quick like and subscribe. Only if you're enjoying yourself would be wonderful. And if you're listening on like Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that, a 5-star rating goes like farther than you'd really think. It really helps bump the show into people's feeds. So if you're having fun, we would really appreciate that. Thanks so much.
5 stars, baby.
5
you.
stars, 6 stars if you can. Hack into Google. Fuck it.